After a very hard-fought battle in the name of her faith, a Muslim weightlifter is now able to compete without violating her religious beliefs. Kulsoom Abdullah has been lifting in competitions while wearing a hijab, the traditional Muslim headdress that covers the head, arms, and legs. But her attire barred her from competing in major U.S. events because the old rules required arms and legs be bare so judges could verify a successful lift. But yesterday, the International Weightlifting Federation approved new guidelines that allow women to wear a one-piece, full-body, tight-fitting unitard. Kulsoom Abdullah is live for us in Atlanta and joins us to talk about this major movement forward. I want to start with the IWF just approved these new guidelines yesterday. So explain to all of us how you feel. You must feel great about this big victory and what it means to your sport.
Yes, I'm really happy about it. I'm glad that they considered my appeal and gave this decision.
I think some people might find it interesting to explain, how did you get involved with becoming a weightlifter?
Well, I first practiced Taekwondo, and I was interested in just getting stronger, and then I found out about CrossFit, and there was a location in Atlanta, and they taught Olympic lifting, and so I did both of those, and then I started competing, and then once I started competing, I guess I got hooked, and it gave me a goal, and I just kept going with it.
With your fight to be able to dress according to religious beliefs, what was the presentation that you had to give to convince the IWF that the dress that you needed to have in your field of play was accurate and going to be, I guess, okay for you to be successful within this sport itself?
Well, what I did is I got several options, like types of material and shirts that I could wear, and pants, and I had the knee pads and leg warmers and such, and I showed pictures of myself with the bar overhead with a lockout at different angles. I showed it in comparison to someone who didn't have their arm covered. I did the same thing with the knee lockout. I showed it with someone who just had the knee pad and the singlet, and I showed it compared to me. I gave explanation of the different materials and the companies, and I left it at that, and then from there they gave their decision.
They were really quick. This was a 43-page presentation that you put together for the IWF. Were you ever deterred, your spirit deterred
Yes.
at all, Kulsoom, about moving forward with this, knowing that it was going to be an uphill battle and that you were kind of an island alone on this one? Did it deter your spirit to see this through?
No, I mean, it's something that I like to do anyways. I still wanted to Olympic lift, and I wanted to practice, and I would have still gone to competitions that I could have gone to. So doing this was just something I thought, well, let me just try. Let me try to make a case. Let me see what happens, and then whatever's decided, I'll just go with that. And so I'm happy that I did try, and that they looked at this. I'm assuming that I could have been one of the first or one of the few who maybe weightlift and also cover this way.
Well, your tenacity as an athlete paid off for yourself, and now these new guidelines are in place pretty quickly. Kulsoom Abdullah, thanks for your time today. Appreciate your story.
Okay, thank you for having me.